All right. It's Jared here from Crypto Plan, and today we're going to talk about MAG Silver and why I think it's the stock that I am most bullish on with the current precious metals bull run in action and picking up speed very, very quickly. So we are on the website right now, and I'm going to talk through a little bit about the fundamentals of the project, but then we're going to go to the charts and tell you exactly why I'm bullish and why right now is a really good time to dollar cost average into this particular stock. But before I get into any of these details, please click the like button. Please smash that subscribe button if you haven't already, and also please click that notification bell if you want to be the first one to be watching these videos and get notified. So the first thing you see on their website is the advancement of their plant that they're building to process a lot of silver that they are digging out of the ground, right? So they are very, very close to production. I believe it'll be halfway through this year, they'll actually be producing silver out of this plant. And in saying that, they're already processing some of their ore at someone else's plant once a month to generate some cash flow. So a lot of silver in the ground and a lot of silver that's going to be produced from the halfway through this year onwards. And then they have projects in the pipeline. I'm not huge into getting into the fundamentals because I think that's something you should do your own research on and understand a little bit more about mining. But essentially this development is a joint venture. So MAG Silver themselves only own 40% of their property that's going to be processing all this high grade ore in this plant, but they also only have about 8 employees. So they don't have many overheads. All they've got to do is pay their share of the construction and then get that 44% of the high grade silver. And with the silver price going up, they're going to increase profits. And they are also going to eventually start paying a dividend, I believe. But there are some good interviews with their CEO or their president and CEO online if you Google MAG Silver in YouTube. So I won't really get into that because you can find out that for yourself. But essentially the other key factor kind of leading to the bull case is that whatever they've discovered and are mining based on their discovery and their drill program is only about 5% of what they are actually planning to discover and drill. So they have got a lot of silver in the ground, and it's in Mexico, which is the silver hotspot, right? So it's in the silver district. So, and this mob Fresnillo, they're experts in silver. They've been mining silver in Mexico and producing silver and selling it and whatever else for over 100 years. So the team, as in the joint venture team, and then the team of people that are exploring and looking for silver, are A-class. They are A-class, and you can, like I say, you can find that out for yourself in the YouTubes, because there's plenty of interviews of, there's serious people out there kind of backing these guys, and I am just going to be the latest one of them because I'm not a serious person, but yeah, I'm just riding that wave. So we have their chart up now, MAG Silver. Super bullish on this stock for a couple of reasons, right? So we had this kind of wedge pattern forming, moving into the wedge. It could have played out a little bit further here, and moved in, and we could have grinded into this zone. But because the bull market's about to run and because they're in production, this particular stock has decided to break out. And we're on the monthly, so this is the zoomed out time frame, right? So we broke out in December, and we're back testing in January. So I don't believe it's going to go any lower than current pricing, which is about 18.50. If it does, just great buying opportunities. At the most, it could dip down to 16.23 there if we were lucky. But my cost basis is at 20. Anywhere up to 25, I'd be accumulating based on what can happen, right? Because you can see that the market has speculated here at the very beginning that They were a $15 stock. It's pulled back, pulled up, pulled back, it's kind of ranged all the way in here. Got back up to that valuation again, range back down. Obviously, black swan event in March. Well, May essentially, but in March we had that black swan event, so it dipped down a little bit later. Wow, I wish I could have bought it then, had have seen it then, and knew what I knew then and know now what I knew. If I knew then what I know now, I would absolutely have gone all in on this particular stock. But yeah, anyway, so what's happened since then in April through to now, we've just developed this channel here, which is a nicely bullish uptrend. And then because it's broken that upper resistance line, back tested it. This month, the close of this month is important, that it's above that 1850. And then the next month, the fact that hopefully it's that correct, the correction's over and the bull market kicks in again, silver picks up, and this particular stock flies off there. So you can see, if it starts challenging the upper end of this channel, we're looking at $45. If it does it the month after, we're looking at $50, bounce back down to 40, heading towards, let's say, the end of the year, up to over $100 stock. I do believe this is easily $100 stock, if not more. So I'm not going to make any massive long-term predictions for that, because there's no kind of historical price data to say that it's seen a bull run of gold and silver and it's retraced and then it's got to get back up there because it's a new producer. So it's the fact that it's in price discovery now and we're in a bull market, and all the kind of fundamental kind of picture is there. They're safe, they're permitted, they're building a plant. There's pretty much nothing that can go wrong for these guys, except for, I guess, labor restrictions because of lockdowns and things like that. But all that's going to do is delay it time-wise. It's not going to prevent it from happening in the future. We're going to see large things happen from Mag Silver. They're going to be in the spotlight. They're going to be a large growth stock in the commodities and the precious metals sector in particular. And we're hopefully going to see it follow this uptrend throughout the bull run into, I think a couple of years at least. So, let's say if we're September 22, so if we say March, April, May, June, July, to the end of the year here. I'd love to see this one pushing the 150. I've got a price target there of 70 based on a Fibonacci trend extension. But I do believe that based on one, getting that plant going, and then two, proving up some other resources that they're looking at over time, over the coming year, this stock is going to fire to the upside. A couple of other things I just want to notice is that, and if we kind of zoom out on this a little bit, the distance from the yearly moving average. So at most it's been 65% from its yearly moving average, and that caused a small minor correction. At the moment we're only 44% from that yearly moving average, so it's not like it's the right time to buy for me. If it was up here, in the 80s, 90s, you'd go, there's a bit more of a correction to come. But the fact that we've kind of hit this 44 level, we've pulled back on this month, so we're becoming closer to that yearly moving average, says it's a good buying time for that. And then on the RSI here, you can see that it's only ever got in, just tipped above that 70 once here in June of 16. And right now it's ready to get into the bull power zone, right? So it's kind of threatened there in July, threatened again in December last year, and it's pulled back again a bit. So the next move, hopefully, and if we kind of put a little bit of a trend on that RSI, that if it's going to bounce off there, then this is kind of the time frame. So next month, bouncing off there, hitting up to that 70, and then spending a bit of time up here in the bull zone of the RSI, right? So kind of bouncing around above that 70 and getting some large candles printed on the monthly, because all the stars are pointing in the right direction. Volume defined nodes, 12 is the solid base there for resistance, and then again the 17, like I said, if it dipped down to 17, woohoo, I'm going to double down on my position. But if not, I think I'm just going to be dollar cost averaging in and rolling over any profits from other things on red days, like my Bitcoin miners, rolling my profits from them into things like Mag Silver or any kind of speculative exploration stocks that take a good pump up of 100%, and then I'm going to sell out of them and then put them into these more solid plays that are more long-term with potentials of dividends. So that's the Mag Silver story. I've got plenty of other videos there if you want to look at my watch list in precious metals. I will quickly have a look at this Golden Minerals one. I think this is a good story, company that's just come into production. And all the signals are right there for that as well, that it's kind of just tipped off and retraced off that RSI bull zone level, and then hopefully we're going to see the next month that kick on in. And so once again, great accumulation zone. If you see this kind of cup formation, and if we go down to the weekly even, cup formation on Golden Minerals, so cup formation, got to the top of the cup nearly, pulled back, and then we'll see that one fire off based on production results and targets and cash reporting and all that kind of thing. But I might do a detailed one on Golden Minerals, and a couple of others that I'm looking at, like Kefi. I think this is a huge play, highly speculative, but exploration. Have a mine in Ethiopia that's nearly coming online, and exploring in the Arabian-Nubian Shield, which is just very, very littered and underdeveloped and underexplored with gold and copper. And I think that the likes of Saudi Arabia, where they're exploring, are realizing that oil is old and gold and copper is the new thing to be making money out of. So they've got solid investment there from the Arabians, private investors, and same in Ethiopia with the government and private investors. So it's kind of it's not one that's going to be diluted in any time soon. And you can clearly see that Kefi gold and copper has come from here at 1.2, 1.7 pence, 1.2 pounds, all the way back down here to 2 pence. At the moment, well, down even lower to like half a pence, and then bounce back. So it's kind of done that double tap on the bottom, and then so a clear reversal pattern that's happened. So once again, right time to get into this particular stock, coming into a gold copper bull market that's already started. We're seeing stocks like this that potentially are going to print large candles, and this particular one, once it clears this 10 pound level, it is going to fire up to the upside massively. So yeah, that's Kefi gold and copper. But this video is about Mag, and for me, Mag's a buy right now, dollar cost averaging. I'm just waiting for potentially that last little dip lower to kind of double down on what I've got. I think I've got about 200 shares at the moment, which is great. And yeah, if I could add another 100 to that, that would be super cool. Waiting for it to kind of fire off. Yeah, that's that. And Mag Silver, good buying, good silver stock coming into the future of the silver bull run. And the fact that basically, I've said in other videos, silver is the best play on the microchip industry, 5G, solar, anything that's kind of down there in electronicy, that's only going to be more and more needed in the future because of the developing world developing more. Silver is the man, silver is the player. So it's got a store of value thing, and it's got a utility, and it's the base metal for so much of this stuff. So once again, do your own research on that, because there's so much out there. Google like uses for silver, and it'll blow your mind. It'll actually blow your mind how much silver is used in everyday things. So gonna leave it there. I've been Jared. This has been Crypto Plan. Please like, subscribe, click that notification bell, and I'll see you on the next one.